Welcome to the Know-It-All for February 6th. I'm Meg Turney, and before we jump into the regular news roundup, there are two big announcements we made as a company this week that I'd like to cover. The first being that our beloved friend and colleague, Monty passed away at the age of 33. Monty experienced a severe allergic reaction that left him in a coma from which he never recovered. In a special episode of the RT podcast, Bernie, Gus, Matt, and Gray remembered Monty fondly and took a look back at his work and his legacy. The tribute video they made for him is beautiful, and if you haven't already, please give it a watch. We also announced the addition of some new members to the Rooster Teeth family. Adam Kovic, Bruce Green, James Willems, Joel Rubin, Lauren Sontag, Matt Peake, and Sean Poole, formerly of Machinima, have joined Rooster Teeth as Funhaus. They'll helm a new channel with podcasts, Let's Plays, and more, and also appear on lots of other RT shows. We're very excited to have you guys on board and look forward to all of your ridiculous shenanigans. Alright, let's start the actual show with video game news. Halo 5 developer 343 Industries released stats for the recent multiplayer beta, and they are impressive to say the least. While the beta was live, gamers played more than 20 million matches, with Blue claiming victory over Red 52.55% of the time. Nearly 6.5 billion shots were fired, resulting in more than 181 million kills. All that gunplay helped the dev decide on some big changes for the next installment in the franchise, starting with Spartan abilities, including Sprint, which can now be turned off if you wish, and all weapons in the game will be given the ability to zoom. There will also be less chest bumps and high fives shared by victorious multiplayer teams. A boo. Speaking of people who deserve high fives, one crazy group of badass guardians took down the Destiny raid Crota's End without shooting a single enemy. Let that sink in. The team of Titans utilized mostly blinding bubbles and blinding grenades to complete the task, and they've uploaded their full run to their YouTube channel. No word yet on how many attempts it took to finish the whole thing, but we appreciate your commitment to ridiculousness, and we salute you. Something we simply cannot salute around here is the touting of ship numbers versus sold numbers. In a recent earnings call, Rockstar parent company Take-Two boasted that 45 million copies of GTA 5 have been shipped around the world. While that's a huge and very impressive number, it's not the number of copies they've actually sold. However, if they are able to sell through all that they've currently shipped, GTA 5 will become the third most sold game of all time, knocking Super Mario Bros. Down to number 4. So, suck it, Mario. From one Take-Two controversy to another, studio head Strauss Zelnick has fully endorsed the old saying, "No publicity is bad publicity." Take-Two owns 2K Games, who's currently partnered with Turtle Rock Studios on the upcoming Evolve, which has faced a wave of backlash over the DLC plans for the title, which includes several different versions of the game and a slew of a la carte add-ons, like one special monster that'll cost you $15. Zelnick responded to the hate, saying the controversy is a good thing, and then, no word on whether or not he bumped Taylor Swift to drown out further complaints, but we can only hope. And finally, Sony Online Entertainment has parted ways with Sony, changing their name to Daybreak Game Company. The studio previously worked on PlanetSide and PlanetSide 2, DC Universe Online, EverQuest, and EverQuest 2, among others, and is currently plugging away at H1Z1, which you can grab now on Steam Early Access. The studio has said in a statement that although they've changed their name, it's mostly business as usual, except for now, they'll be developing for all platforms. Shade. Alright, that's it for video game news, but if you want more, check out this week's episode of The Patch, where Ryan, Ashley, and I discuss the evil empire that is Nintendo, and discuss what games we're currently playing. If esports are more your speed, this week on the leaderboard, Jared and I discuss Apex woes and eventual triumph, and Valve's interference in the professional Counter-Strike scene. Alright, there's no entertainment news this week, so let's skip straight to science and technology. Twitter CEO Dick Costolo has blasted his own company for failing to protect its users against trolls and vowed to do everything he can to make it right. In a conversation with another Twitter employee that was leaked to the web, Costolo said he was ashamed of Twitter's inability to stop trolls and blamed only himself. He has also shared that he plans to aggressively tackle harassment on the platform from now on. So I'll finally be safe to celebrate my love for Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift without fear of retribution, which I already do. Finally, several Swedish companies have brought sci-fi to the real world by implanting RFID chips into their employees, allowing them to access company resources without using PIN codes or swipe cards, though applications could expand to include easy identification and employee location tracking. Yeah, bust out your tinfoil hat, kids. Things are about to get double plus on good. That's all for this episode of The Know-It-All, but don't forget to check out the RT podcast on Monday nights, The Patch on Wednesdays, and a live recording of this show at 1 p.m. on Friday for RT sponsors. Have a good weekend, guys. Heart you!